cell phone charger back there if you need one.
Thank you.
Visiting Chicago from out of town?
Yeah, I used to live here. Just coming to say hi to friends.
Oh, how fun.
It's nice.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful day
I
in
was
Chicago.
gonna say you caught I think the last of the great weather this year.
Yeah.
Where are you visiting from?
LA.
LA. Oh, okay.
It's actually better where they're here, to be honest.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's sad to hear. I'm actually born and raised Californian,
Ah.
and I moved here from Los Angeles. This is a 323 phone number. I'm never gonna give it up.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I hear they're adding a new 3 digits. I don't remember what it was. It was like 32235.
Oh, they are?
Yeah,
I still have my Boston phone number.
Oh, nice. You kept it. You held on to that one. Right? It's like, why change? People know me. I've had this one for like 15 years now. So.
And you want to keep that. I totally agree.
Right? It's 323. Like, you have to, in my opinion. What do you do in Los Angeles?
I work in real estate.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a good place to be.
It is, yeah, especially in LA. My mom's an agent in wine country.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was thinking about maybe getting started out here as something to do extra. I like driving around. I like talking to people.
And you understand the neighborhood through all of that, so it helps.
Exactly. Yeah, and because of my mom, she was an agent when I was 12, so I was always paying attention to it. So it's in my brain, understanding how real estate works and investing and speculation and all that stuff.
How long have you been here?
I moved here in 2018.
Oh, so it's been right before the pandemic.
Right before the pandemic, yeah. And so I tell people, though, I moved here, 2018 was a polar vortex year. So it was like -30 with a wind chill. It was extremely cold. So I tell people I have not acclimated. I just have snow-induced PTSD.
I think you do, because I was here and it was cold.
It was brutal. It was very bad, very, very bad cold. Fortunately, I was very lucky. I worked from home. So it was 80 degrees where I was, but it was, as soon as you went outside, it was extremely cold. And I remember when I lived in LA, in I think 2010, 2011, it got down to 30 degrees. And there was like on the news, they're like, everybody make sure to bring in your pets, okay? Be careful, we're gonna get through this. Everybody's gonna be okay. And then I moved to Chicago like that year, and it was like, this is -20 degrees. This is so much different.
It is. I mean, This was -30, -40. It was just brutal. I left. I was like, I can't do this.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's just.
Is it still that bad? It's not usually that bad.
It's not, and I'll tell you, I think global warming is doing wonders for the Chicago region. My understanding.
A lot of people might move here because it's not that cold anymore.
I've read that, and what they say is, as it gets worse, being near the Great Lakes, it's just going to get more temperate all year. It's just going to be very mild all year round. So I'm not a fan of global warming and what it's doing, but it seems like it's, at least here, is the place to be for it. But I'll be honest, I truly love Los Angeles, and when my daughter turns 18, I'm going back to California. So I'm just here for the time being.
You know what? That's a good place to be. It's a little perspective on the U.S. and you head back.
Exactly.
Where would you live in LA if you had to go back?
Ooh, that's a great question. I love Silver Lake. I love Silver Lake area, Los Feliz.
I have a lot of friends that love that area too.
Yeah, it's good. To me, it feels a little less Hollywood. It's more real people-y. You're right by, Griffith Park. You're right by the observatory. And I liked that area. When I first moved to Chicago, I drove there, or to Los Angeles. I drove there from Northern California, and that's when you get off on the 101, and then you're like right there on that like East Hollywood side there. And I just really enjoyed that area personally. The other option, depending on how old I feel, I might go to San Diego instead. Mm-hmm. And because it's just beautiful weather all year round. It's still not as high prices as Los Angeles, but still.
Yeah, Los Angeles is a lot.
It's a lot.
I didn't anticipate how bad it is. Everyone said it was bad, but it's pretty bad.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's California. Unfortunately, I have a lot of issue. I think, what is it? There's some statistic out there. Something like 20 to 30% of all the homes in California are empty. They're just purchased by foreign investors that are just buying property to hold on to until it jacks up the price. And that's what's making it so unaffordable for everyone, which is so unfortunate. So I hope it gets fixed. Are you in commercial or residential real estate?
Commercial.
Commercial, okay. And I feel like there's more of a market in commercial, so that's good. It's a little more stable. I know it depending on the type of commercial though, because there's like businesses, right? Everybody's doing a lot of the work from home, so I know that kind of hit the rental market a bit, but I guess it just depends on how people go with it. But I think LA still grows. I think it has so many people, it's going to continue to just be something. Even if I think movies in Hollywood are spreading out throughout the country, it's still, I think LA still has a lot to go and do. Plus, it's a port city right there, so there's just a lot of industry that's going to continue being there. Right?
No, I think that is fair. But the movies are definitely moving out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They're no longer there. The taxes aren't too high. There's no incentives for them to stay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it doesn't matter. You know, like it's just if they want to film a movie that takes place in Los Angeles, they go to Georgia, they go to Atlanta, because it looks like a city anyways. You can't tell the difference, so it's just all right, fine. Here we are, and they have the incentives. It's a lot cheaper. So yeah, and what else was it? Canada, Toronto, stuff like that, where they have all these. So yeah, it's definitely a changing city, that's for sure. I honestly haven't been to LA since I moved out in 2013. So 11 years now I haven't seen it. So I have no idea if it's even the same city. I hear it's changed quite a bit.
Yeah, people say that, but I think my perspective is different because I arrived there 3 years ago. So I haven't truly seen the change.
Sure. Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Was about when did you land? So 3 years ago. Okay, so yeah, 2021.
Yeah,
so,
right after the pandemic.
Yeah, so that was that's everybody said that's what changed it was the pandemic. What part of Los Angeles are you in?
So we're in West Hollywood.
Okay, you're in West Hollywood. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I love West Hollywood for Halloween. I don't know if you've been to the Halloweens out there.
It'll be our first.
Oh, that's great. It's real fun time.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Because that's what I like, everybody here, if you talk to people about Hollywood, they say everybody in LA is very fake, but like, that's what I love. I'm, a comedian, I'm an actor, I put on a show, and that's what I feel like everybody in LA is doing. And Hollywood, on Halloween is a show. It's a spectacle. It's so fun. Because you have all the people that do costume design and all that stuff. They go out.
That is true. I didn't think about that.
They've been working on it all year. It's their Christmas. It's their year. They go nuts. I was, when I lived out there, I had a house full of stunt performers and set designers and costume designers, and Halloween was a month-long celebration for us. We wouldn't just do the October 31st. It was all month long.
That's fun.
Yeah,
That's really fun. I love the people there are different. And
Yes.
I don't know how to explain it to friends in Chicago.
Yeah.
It's just there's a sense of relaxedness that it's okay to chill out.
Oh, yeah.
But they're still driven and they're still motivated.
Oh, yeah. Right.
But it is a different culture.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. I very much miss it. And I really like, again, from Chicago, everybody says like, okay, a white Christmas is beautiful. But I say, a white Christmas is beautiful, but there's nothing that beats waking up on Christmas Day, going to the beach, and working on your tan.
I'm South African.
Yeah,
I grew up with
80-degree
Christmas.
Yeah.
So I'm like, good for you with the white Christmas, but I prefer my sunshine.
I'm 100% that
way. We can still have a Christmas tree, people.
Yeah, they're evergreen. They're fine all year round.
I just laugh.
Yeah.
But they enjoy it, so it's good.
Sure, exactly. So it just depends on if people like what they like. That's what's great. It's a giant country. You have every type of weather here. So
it is all perspective.
Yeah.
I think the thing that I enjoy in LA is the cars. Because the things you see driving to work and driving back, it's like 4 Rolls Royces, a gold dipped 911, a yellow chrome Cybertruck. Half the time I'm like, where does this come from?
Exactly, yeah, and it's just all these interesting people in the car, and
creatives.
Creative, yes, exactly, and that's really it. It's like because there's so much industry there's so many creative people, and I've said, the fact is it's Hollywood. That means that the most beautiful people from all over the world go there to try and get famous.
Yeah.
So everybody there's just like the most beautiful person you've ever seen, and then the next person after that is the most beautiful person. So it's just a constant. That is the aesthetic and that creativeness and all those people, and I think there's just so much to it, which again I like about Chicago. I like about the city. I'm a creative person. I like that it's available here, but to me, Los Angeles has 10 million people. There's just so much more all throughout the city.
No, I agree. What made you decide to move to Chicago?
My daughter. So her mom was from here. After her mom and I broke up, she moved here with my daughter. So I said, well, I work in tech from home. I'm a comedian. I can do that from anywhere. So I
mean, you have
Chicago.
Second City. You have everything here.
And it is a great city. I've definitely done a lot more here than I was doing when I was living in California. That's for sure. And
that's good.
Yeah, right. And so that's part of it, where people are like, you can get your foot in the door here. You can do a lot more. And hone the craft, at least, to have something good that you can then take to other places if you want, which I feel like in California wasn't as much of that. I moved here from actually the Bay Area, so I was in San Jose before I moved here, and same thing, there's like 2 comedy clubs in San Francisco in the Bay Area right now, so not that much.
So what are the main ones here? It's Second City. Are there others as well?
Second City, there's 2 Zanies, there's there's it's like the Laugh Factory is one.
Oh yeah, the Laugh Factory. I remember that one.
Yeah, and then there's a ton of smaller venues that maybe you don't know as much. There's the Den, which is in Wicker Park, which is a mostly just comedy. It's a theater. They do a few other things. Talia Hall is a comedy venue
there's a
as well.
ton then.
Yeah, so there's really a lot. And then if you know the people and you know other comedians, there's open mics all over the city every night of the week, every single night.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and so that's something I really love. Yeah, Los Angeles, there's that too, but you're competing with all the YouTubers, all the actors, and the comedians.
It's harder.
And so you're there until 4 a.m. to try and get on stage to get some stage time. But it's like, I'm in almost 40, so I'm done at 9:30.
That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's a very vibrant city, and it's wonderful that it's not this cold anymore.
Yeah, right. It's truly, this is so surprising. It's like, oh yeah, it's almost 80 in October. I remember last October it was snowing on Halloween, so the weather is definitely more accommodable. So do you think LA's home, or you
I think it's home for now.
Sure.
Tax-wise, not for the long term.
I get that. Okay.
So maybe for a couple of years, I like the office that I'm in. I like the people.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, I want somewhere where I can have my mid-century modern home.
Okay.
I used to be an architect, and that's not going to happen in LA. I mean,
no, yeah.
Not unless I want to drive an hour or 2 hours a day in and out.
Exactly.
So, and as you get older, you think, okay, well, where do you want to create a community? So I'm still kind of deciding.
Sure.
Well, my main office is New York. I do not want to do New York.
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
But the question then is, if they let me work remotely, could I do a no-income state tax?
Sure.
On the lake, is there anything in Delaware? Do I really want to do Florida? So that's the question right now.
Sure.
I love Washington State, but it's so far away. All my clients are on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I travel 3 weeks a month
Right.
because I'm always going to the East Coast. It gets tough at home.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, it's like a 6-hour flight, right?
I
So
know.
it takes a long yeah.
So
That makes sense. I think isn't Vegas or Nevada is also a no-income tax.
it is.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah, right. If you get outside of the Vegas Strip, there's quite a few. My friend was looking to relocate from. He was in Lake Forest up there, right? So it's real quiet, real tranquil, and he had all these statistics. He needs to be an hour away from an international airport.
Yeah.
He needs to have a really super low crime rate and all this stuff. And Nevada was one of the places that he was looking in. I can't remember the name of it, but it's where like a lot of celebrities will get houses outside of the Vegas Strip. It's in Nevada. It's like 45 minutes away, and it's just quiet and super peaceful. And he's like, yeah, this is perfect. I'm an hour from the airport, and the prices aren't that bad. You can get mid-century. You can get 4 or 5 bedrooms in your 700,000. So it's not. Coming from the California price tag, that's affordable. Coming, the Chicago price tag, not so much. But the California price tag really adjusts. I remember coming from here to there and looking at houses and being like, oh, 800,000. That's not that bad. But you come here, it's 150,000 for the same house. So it's
something to think about. I do wonder though what their property taxes are.
Yeah.
Like, how do they make that up, right?
Right.
Just googling that because that's what it's sales tax, property tax, income tax.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, I would have to. Yeah, I don't know what the property taxes were. I don't think they were too bad. I think because and they might be changing that, but Nevada really isn't.
Wants people to come in.
And before they didn't, so they weren't investing, they weren't taxing people. They were saying,
oh, it's nothing. It's not bad.
Yeah, see, so it's
Wow.
It looks like you're moving to Nevada. I should get a commission. I should let them know.
I know.
Just...
Let's see, who has the highest property taxes?
Oh gosh, I think it's California or Chicago.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Actually.
Yeah.
New Jersey followed by Illinois.
Oh, really? Jersey? I had no idea. Wow.
So this was as of 2022.
Okay.
And then Connecticut.
And then Connecticut.
And then Hawaii. Oh no, Hawaii is in the other end of the spectrum.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Very interesting.
But yeah, Nevada seemed like it seemed, if you, and again, I like the heat. I'm part lizard.
I
so
do, yeah.
If I can't stay in California, then I might do something like that. Because you could, politically, I don't necessarily want to go to Jacksonville, Florida, or to Texas. It's like these are not places I want to hang out at. So I would have to find something else. But so Nevada, I feel like it's 50-50. They're becoming more progressive and lefty because they're just out there and I, like you said, they're trying to get people to come to the state to actually survive in it and to live in it, and they're doing things to combat the temperature. I think one of the things that my friend was telling me was that they're just going to plant a forest. They're just going to put one out there. And
I love that.
Yeah, because they're like, it's gonna make it more like cooler. It's gonna cool it down by a ton, and
they have the money to do it.
Yeah, they're gonna fill it with I think redwood trees or something like that. So it's just gonna create a ton of cover, and it's gonna completely change Nevada. So that'll be really interesting. How much longer is your trip for?
So I'm here until Tuesday morning, and then I head to Minneapolis, and then I head home.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so I'm wedding on Friday, have a board meeting on Monday. I thought, you know what, let's stay the weekend and see some friends.
Right, that's fun. Yeah, if you know people out here, and then it's a great city to hang out.
I lived here for 10 years. It's awesome.
So what are the things that you were like, I got to go here, I got to do this, I got to do that? If you lived here for 10 years, what are the places you went to?
Shopping. It's too hard to go shopping in LA.
Sure.
It's like I never have time. I'm always working. And this is more just me. It's not necessarily the city that makes me. But I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't have to take care of the dogs.
Yeah.
I don't have to run an errand.
Right.
And like here, I just want to go.
Sure.
Walk somewhere.
Yeah.
Go shopping.
Sure.
But.
Yeah, and here you're right by the mile, so there's.
And it's literally seeing friends. So
I
know. At this point, that's it for me. It's the things that I can't do in LA.
Sure.
Because it's either it takes so much planning to get there.
Yes, a 1 mile drive is a 2 hour 2 hour drive in Los Angeles someday.
I'm in the office at 6 a.m. I work until 4
okay.
a.m. Then I'm lucky if I get to the gym. Then I have to go home. Then I have dinner and I work again.
Yeah.
It's like 6 days a week.
Sure.
So it's like that one day
that
you're running the errands on Saturday, and there's no time for luxury shopping.
Yes, that's such a great point. One thing I did as a time saver is I was very lucky when I lived in Los Angeles. I had a backyard, and I put a gym in there. So I would just get home, strip down to the gym clothes, weight lift, and then go inside. And then
that was huge.
And it was like, okay, you're getting the time in every day.
Yeah. It takes too much time to go to the gym.
And that's why, and especially, for 6 o'clock in a gym in Los Angeles, forget about it. You're in line with every machine. And so I did the same thing here. I have a basement, so I turned my basement into a gym. So now my workout is I wake up, I work out, shower, and then I go into my day. And it's so important to just get that in some way. And for me, the home gym is the way I do it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you.
But I totally get that. What kind of dogs you had, since you mentioned dogs?
Whippets.
Oh, those are adorable. How cute.
You know what? They're good. They're not as crazy as a greyhound. They're not as anxiety-ridden as the miniature greyhounds. Like 40 pounds.
Yeah, okay.
Sweet companions.
That's so important.
Very nice.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
Yeah, okay.
But any dog is, I think.
Exactly. Yeah, I have a little English bulldog.
Oh my god, I love them.
Right, and the reason I got her, I was like, I want a dog that doesn't want to go for walks because I don't want to go outside for half the year. So it was, she's very much an apartment dog. She's just like, I'm just gonna chill out and do.
That's perfect. You can't have our dogs are crazy. That's the problem. We had to take them for walks to get that energy out.
Oh yeah.
It was so hard in Chicago.
Oh
Oh.
gosh, I bet.
Negative 40, and there were 3.
Oh no.
2 and 3. They were crazy.
Oh, I bet.
Pounds. Puppies.
I bet. Yeah, that's so difficult.
This is new, the roll bar raspberry.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Maybe.
Interesting.
But I haven't been here in a couple of years.
Sure.
So
Is
I know.
raw bars like raw vegan, raw food?
Yeah, I don't know.
Uncooked. Interesting.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what's nice about this area. There's a lot of restaurants and shopping and things to do and see and walk around, which is nice. Yeah, especially when the weather's nice. Like once it's warm, it's just full of people. It's just a sea of humans, which I think is so fun. And then once it gets cold, they disappear. They start to once you start seeing everybody putting jackets on to walk around and long sleeves, and then like in a
People
month,
are gone.
they're just gone. They're gone. All right, here you are. Thanks for letting me reminisce about Los Angeles. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Thank you so much for the ride. I appreciate it.